Holyoke Media, in partnership with New Music Alliance, will host this Friday, May 26th at 7 p.m. an inaugural showcase in our new performance venue and TV studio, with 4 singer-songwriters selected by New Music Alliance as the best new voices in Western New England music in the show Woman with a Song. The 4 selected performers are Faith Rheault from Agawam, Massachusetts, Simone Marie from Wolcott, Connecticut, Kelly English from Manchester, Connecticut, and Gloria Wilder from Great Barrington, Massachusetts. In this spotlight, we got to talk with Simone Marie and Faith Rheault, and they shared some details about themselves and the music they create.
I feel like I went through an interesting path music-wise. I started out, doing pop music, what every young teenager likes to do. And I went through a lot of different phases. For some time, I was into Broadway. I was in a lot of different Broadway shows growing up through high school. And when I was getting ready and gearing up to go to college, it was, do I want to go to school to be on Broadway? Do I want to go to school to be a performer? And I ultimately decided that I wanted to be my own artist. At the time, I never had written a song, but I wanted to be my own artist. At the time, I had discovered Amy Winehouse, who has become a big inspiration to me. Just her voice, the way she would write her songs, I couldn't get enough of her. And then I had gone to school for jazz, and I fell in love with Nancy Wilson and Dinah Washington and Ella Fitzgerald. And then I had discovered more popular jazz artists like Melody Gardot and Cecile McLaurin-Salvant. So I took a lot of those inspirations into my songwriting. I liked the sound of having a horn section behind me. And then I also drew from, I discovered Carole King and her songwriting style, and I liked the way she wrote songs. So I think there was a lot of different inspirations from both jazz and, like you had mentioned, 60s and 70s artists, which kind of stemmed from my discovery of Amy Winehouse that all went into my songwriting.
Yeah, so I've been singing for pretty much my whole life. Songwriting, I started probably, I was about 13 or 14. I'm 28 now, so a little while for that. It took me a while to get my confidence with the songwriting and getting out there. So I didn't post any music probably until maybe 5-6 years ago. I posted my first single, Monsters. And that was kind of the first song that gave me the confidence to really be a songwriter. And yeah, my style is just very raw and emotional. And, I sing from the heart, I write from the heart. And, I'm not super into pop. My music is very chill, laid back. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. But
also, we wanted to know about their process when creating their songs, writing their lyrics, and where the inspiration comes from.
It's not something that I ever thought I would achieve, but I've loved every step of the process. You have this idea in your head, and you can hear different things in your head when you write a song, and you can only play so much when you can sing and play piano. So going to the recording studio and slowly hearing all the different elements that you've imagined come to life is amazing. And the people at On Deck Sound Studio do such a great job really taking an idea that you have and putting life into it. So I love the process. And then, the feedback that you get from your audience of, wow, I really liked this song, and, I love the horn section and this, that. It's just such a humbling feeling that people appreciate your music and your ideas for what it is.
My process is it varies, honestly. Most of the time the lyrics come first just because they're always flowing. I've got stuff going on at all times. So my notepad and my iPhone is pretty full at the moment. because when inspiration strikes, you just gotta jot it down. And so I'll have like an idea, and then I'll sit at the piano or the guitar, and most of the time I'll try to put those lyrics to a melody. Sometimes, if I don't have any lyrics in mind, I'll just sit down and kind of just see what comes out. And oftentimes, your emotions kind of tell you what comes out. Like, you're like, wow, I didn't realize I was feeling that. And then it just comes out, which is like, it's a pretty interesting experience sometimes. But most of the times it's lyrics first for me, because I'm more comfortable writing than I am on the guitar or piano. But yeah, it's always different, which is really exciting because you just never really know what's going to happen.
We found out that both artists didn't know about New Music Alliance until they were contacted by its founder, Mark Sherry, and being invited to participate. Also, keeping in mind that they were selected by New Music Alliance as the best new voices in Western New England.
So, I never knew about New Music Alliance until I received a phone call from Mark while I was at work, and he had asked me about this show and asked me to be in it. And it was crazy because I never heard of them, and it gave me the butterfly feeling inside, like, wow, my music is reaching ears outside of Connecticut and in Massachusetts. It's a great feeling. So I never expected this. It's not like I submitted my music and was like, hey, you should listen to this. It was all hearsay, different artists that I've worked with in the area who have connections to New Music Alliance. I'm glad that they've continued to spread the word about my music, and that's how that came to be.
Yeah, so they reached out to me, so I was unfamiliar until they had shot me an email. I'm assuming they found me. I play in breweries, wineries, restaurants through all Western Mass and a lot of Southern Connecticut. So I'm assuming that's how they found me, or possibly online. But yeah, it was. They reached out to me, and I loved the offer, so I took it.
Being part of an event and showcase that is also a cycle of inaugural shows at the new Holyoke Media Center is reason for excitement from all parties involved. We wanted to know how Faith and Simone felt about that.
I am extremely excited. I'm excited to hear all the three other artists that will be performing alongside of me. I'm excited to be in a venue that's a step up from where I've been performing. I perform at different like little places around Connecticut, so it's going to be a very exciting experience for me to be able to perform somewhere where people are going to want to hear my own music and be in a space that's a professional setting.
Yeah, I'm super excited, especially because a lot of breweries, wineries, they want you're playing to the crowd. So as far as like my original songs go, it's not always the perfect setting to be playing those kinds of songs. So I'm really excited to get to showcase my writing and my music and like why I actually play music. I love singing covers, but every now and then it's nice to get your own songs out there. So I'm super excited for it.
The idea of an event like this is to explore and discover new music created by local emerging artists. So this is how you can keep track of new music releases and shows by Simone Marie and Faith Rheault.
Yes, so obviously the streaming platforms are on Spotify, Apple Music. Even if they want to check it out on YouTube for free, it's all on YouTube. I also have a music website, SimoneMarieMusic.com, and that also has my music on it, along with any upcoming events that I have. And then I also have a Facebook page that's under Simone Marie Music that also contains all of my upcoming events. And I update my music content on there as well.
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, still getting used to the TikTok and all that. But I do post my show schedules on the Facebook and the Instagram. It's at Faith Rheault Music. And Yeah, I love talking to people. I love talking when I'm out. So any brewery, winery, always feel free to come up and chat because I love talking about stuff. So, yeah.
Woman with a Song is a showcase presented by New Music Alliance of 4 singer-songwriters, and it's happening this Friday, May 26th at 7 p.m. at the Holyoke Media Center, located at One Core Plaza, Holyoke, Massachusetts. For more information and tickets, you can visit holyokemedia.org and newmusicalliance.org. For Holyoke Media, I'm Johan Rashi Vega.